Matthew and Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to a grudge match. Warhammer 40k, Tyranids versus Imperial Knights. The dreaded matchup that I don't like to do, but with the Crusher Stampede, I am finally going to win or lose in the first turn. Either way, it's going to be an interesting battle report.
Vault members, don't forget that you have more 40k to watch at the link below. It is going to be my House Mortan taking on Corey and his super spiky Chaos Knights. Do you got a house name for them?
House Azathoth.
I'm never going to say that right.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Chaos Knights it is. At the link below.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
For my 2,000 points of Tyranids, I will admit I did some research. I put more effort into this list than I normally do because I am determined to kill those Imperial Knights. And I'm sorry, if you see that this battle report is 15 minutes long, as if it's because I killed the Imperial Knights first turn, I am A-okay with that. And so I talked to Scary, I looked at what tournament lists were, and we're gonna see if this works. And so I've got a Crusher Stampede, High Fleet Leviathan. It's a patrol detachment, which I thought was interesting to try that out today, because it limits some of the options, but we'll see. It'll be led by a Flying Hive Tyrant who's been kitted out to be as unkillable as possible, as he already has that -1 damage and 5 up invuln, or 4 up invuln actually for him. But I also gave him the relic that gives him -1 to wound. He's got all sorts of stuff which will go on when we actually play the game, but he's like souped up galore. And then we have the Swarm Lord, of course. There's nothing I can really give him except choosing his powers, but he's there to be extra awesome as well and help double move things and get him right into Josh's face. I've got only one troop choice. It's a patrol detachment, so that's okay. A unit of Tyranid warriors with just their side talents to keep them cheap, and a Synaptic Link Bioweapon Bond to hand out that +1 to hit to one unit every single turn. I was going to have 2 of these, but it just couldn't quite fit them with the points. And to my elites, I've got the unit of 6 Hive Guard. This is the iffy one for me. I wasn't quite sure if it's the right thing against Imperial Knights, but with all the buffs you can give them with Crusher Stampede, I think they might work. We'll see. We also have a Maleceptor who will be, handing out his -1 strength aura with the proper stratagem and a little bit of psychic as well. Onto my fast attack. Of course, we have a Demacaron. There's no good Crusher Stampede list without a Demacaron to run across the table. And lastly, into my heavy support, here was supposed to be 2 scythe hero duels, but I only have 1 of each because Forge World's been out of stock for a long time. So I've got 1 scythe hero duel and 1 barbed hero duel. The number of models on my list makes me very uneasy, but let's see if this 2,000 points can finally beat the Knights.
Let's look at my just shy of 2,000 points of Imperial Knights House Mortan. Making this list, I was sitting in the bathtub this morning, and then, I just thought about what my favorite models are and what I thought looked the coolest. So after about 2 minutes, I had finished this list. I'm not particularly sure what anybody's playing as Tournament Knights, but, I don't really think it matters, because this is, fun casual. Leading the force is a Cerastus Knight Acheron. Being the Warlord, went with the Strike and Shield Warlord trait, and then the Heirloom is Sanctuary. Try to make him a little bit survivable. I do have a Knight Paladin that I have upgraded with the Exalted Court. For his Warlord trait, we're going to go Ion Bulwark to give him a better invuln save against shooting. That's up all the time. I also brought a Knight Gallant for a little bit of close combat fun, running the Paragon Gauntlet with the Heirloom of the House stratagem. Other than that, I've got 2 Armiger Warglaves upgraded to have Melt-A-Guns, and then 2 Knight Moiraxes with double lightning lock on each. And that is my 1990 points of House Mortan.
Josh and I are playing Open War today, and we did a bit of a draft. We ended up with this deployment, so it's a hammer and anvil kind of, but with the pointy edges, like a spearhead assault, I think is what they used to call it. So you deploy on the small table edge, the short table edge, but you have a bit further deployment in the middle. Our objective is called Domination. There are 6 objectives on the table. At the end of each battle round, you get 1 victory point if you killed more than your opponent did, and you get 1 victory point for if you control more objectives than your opponent did. So it's interesting. It combines both killing and holding objectives. The twist is good for both of us. It's called Invigorated. We all get +1 move, +1 advance, and +1 charge.
This is the super lovely table we are playing on today. Gaming mat is a P-Work Wargames gaming mat. I don't know, I feel like I lost this one for a little while. I always used to use it, and now it's back in the rotation.
Really nice colors. I like the color palette on it.
Yeah, it shows up super nice. Now, with a lot of the terrain that you see, a good amount of it's actually aquarium terrain, that greenleaf terrain. Spiced up a little bit for us, as well as some of the custom-made spires, and then the other Tyranid alien-looking stuff is going to be Micro Art Studios.
Yeah, pretty much all.
But also like Adam doing some work to customize it ever so slightly for us. Now, if you are a Silver Vault member, don't forget you get discount codes to over 50.
Over 50 companies for terrain, models, services, all sorts of wargaming related stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then also, we want more people to come in for Battle Report. Let's go to miniwargaming.com/challenge for all the details.
All right, here we go. We are deployed. I've got the Warglaves. We got the Gallant right up front there.
Oh yeah, we got a duel going on. D. McCarron versus Gallant.
Paladin, and then my Warlord and my Moiraxes. Going over to Matt's side of the board.
Monsters! There's monsters everywhere! It was actually difficult deployment because I had to make sure everything stays within 6 inches of the Maliceptor. So if Josh goes first, I can pop the 2 command point strat for the -1 strength to all your shooting. Pretty much to everything because they'll all be within 6 inches of him. But I also needed, if I go first, to be ready to pounce. And I had to hide the things that are most important from first turn shooting. Yeah, obviously, Josh just gets to sit back and relax. Because
I've already won this game.
Yeah, he wins either way. Either he wins and it's like, man, no matter what I do, I can't beat these guys with monsters. Or he loses and it's like, man, you brought really a jerk
if you tailor a modern Tyranid list against
an old Imperial Knight
against
list.
like an 8th edition Imperial Knight
and
list.
I recognize that. And I'm okay with it.
This is fantastic.
It's just a grudge match.
Before we roll off,
I did forget one thing in my army showcase. I had a Harpy. So his job is just to charge in and make something fight last. In a not Imperial Knight list, he could also do a bit of damage, but I doubt you'll see him do any wounds.
That's fair. You ready for the roll? You want to go first or second?
Oh, I want to go first. Because I can.
High dice roll must go first?
Yeah, that's how we always play, right?
I'm just double checking, my man.
Yeah. That way you can't force me to go first and then you win anyways and then you can just laugh at me. Okay. All right. Sorry, Josh.
Tyranids, turn 1. Which means I get to go second, so I get to see how many objectives I need to hold and how much
That's
stuff
true.
I got to kill.
That's true. Yeah. In my command phase, I actually have some synaptic links. So the first one will be the Maliceptor. So the Maliceptor hands out 6s to wound and shooting, do an extra AP, but more importantly, can reroll the damage rolls. So he's going to give that to the Hive Guard because their damage is D3, and it's nice to reroll that. Which means I can't give them the other synaptic link of +1 to hit, which is fine because I have the Swarm Leader on my Hive Tyrant who can give it to infantry, swarms, or beasts, I believe it is. And now they reroll to hit. So that's pretty much just as good as a +1. And then we got the +1 to hit from the warriors, which I'm going to give to the Barbed Hero Duel to help with the shooting a little bit.
My knight is yellow and black. It's a nice kind of color scheme.
So right away, the D. McCarron's going to spring forward 13 inches because of the twist, which gives us +1 move, advance, and charge. It does block the side through a little bit, but I'm okay with only one getting through at a time. So I'll just go right there.
You ever watch any of the old school like kung fu movies where they fight the hero one at a time?
Yeah, right? That's what we're about to see. Now, the Barbed Hero Duel, I want to bring them over here, but I need to be able to see something. Now, as much as these are obscure and everything, we basically don't care with our 18+ wound models, but I still have to be able to physically see it. But that's what my tail is for.
Wow.
Isn't that what tails are for?
Definitely.
Maliceptor will advance. He's normally moved 7, so up to 8, and then that +1, so it becomes 11. So essentially, he's just going to pop up right up here. That way he can continue giving that nice, beautiful aura of -1 strength when you shoot back. The Harpy's not quite ready to join the fray yet, so he's just going to jump up to here. Grab that objective.
Does he move as a flyer or like just a big jump model?
More like a big jump model. He's not hard to hit. Oh, wait, I should double check that, because, no, the D. McCarron they changed, but he's basically... Yeah, I guess, but he's... I got to double check, because I think because he's the... I can't remember if it's our aircraft that can't hold objectives, or if it's the flyer role that can't hold objectives. We got to double check that. Sorry, I did double check. It's aircraft keyword that can't hold objectives. So these things are dirty as all heck, because I could make an objective secured, which I don't need to right now, of course.
Well, what else you got, Glamfield?
Oh, geez, you're just going to keep filming. All right. Well, I'm going to jump up with my flying Hive Tyrant. He's just going to come up into here, hiding as much as he can. It will be a little dicey, but that's okay. And my Swarm Lord is going to advance. So he moves 9, so 10, plus that 1, plus another 1. So that what did that all add up to? 12? So we got 4, and then 8 more to here. We're good. I will move have the Hive Tyrant hang back just a little bit. I should keep him within 9 inches of the Hive Guard, so that next turn I can give him the Reroll hits as well.
You need all the firepower you can get here.
No kidding. And then, of course, I should think about this objective. I don't want to expose anything, but you know what? If you kill my warriors, if that's what you shoot at, then it is what it is. So I'm just going to toss it onto the objective. So it does expose them a little bit, but honestly, if you're shooting at them, then you get rid of a +1 to hit as opposed to a monster that's just going to maul you. Start with the Hive Tyrant. He's got the Crusher Stampede psychic power. So we're going to start with Synaptic Barrier, I think it's called. It gives a 4-up invuln out. And I got it. Josh has no way to deny, so he's going to put that onto the Demacaron. So it'll up his 5-up invuln to a 4-up.
Ooh.
And then I will also do Aggressive Surge, which I fail and will not reroll. It would give him D3 more attacks, but I think that might be overkill. But I'll regret it because I'm just going to not quite kill you and then you'll fight at top bracket or something. But I tried.
I can't do that.
You can't do that?
No.
You don't have a 1 command point stratagem to fight at top bracket?
I want to say it's the Mechanicum side.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Absolutely.
So that would be if I was playing the House Raven list that we've got.
I see. The Maleceptor can cast 2 powers. Knows Catalyst. So that's the 5-up ignoring wounds. And I pass that, and I'll put that on too. You guessed it, the Demacaron, who's going to be out front. And then the only other thing I can do is cast Smite. He gets +1 to cast, by the way. So that is an 11. Which is in range of your front guy for D3 mortal wounds, which will be just 1, don't worry. See? It happens every time. 1 mortal wound.
Huzzah.
Swarm Lord also knows Catalyst, which I can't cast again, which would be awesome, but I know the Horror, which gives something -1 to hit in leadership, and that fails. And then I'll do Smite the second time, which needs a 6 now, and he fails. Well, that's
What a failure.
that was the least important stuff, but he still would be nice to get it off. In the shooting phase of Swarm Lord, it will choose a Demacaron to move a second time. And like I said, we're going for a first turn victory here. Josh will probably play it out of spite, but he's going to move 13 inches up to here. Hey, y'all.
Oh, you're really going for it, eh?
I am. The Hive Guard in the shooting phase, only 5 of them are in range because they're so far back. So that might work against me. They're going to fire at the only one that's in range. And we are going to use the Leviathan stratagem that lets them on 6s. I think they score 2 hits instead of 1. I'll double check it all. So it's a 1 command point stratagem. It's called Relentless Fury. And it will be 6s to hit, do 2 hits. So they're hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the Swarm Leader. Oh, no 6s. Here we go. We can re-roll these into 6s though. Well, I can't complain about 9 out of 10 hits though, right?
It's pretty solid.
What's your toughness? Is it 8?
T8, yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at 4 is the wound. This is my weak spot right here because I have no way to re-roll this. Okay, well, that's okay. 5 wounds. Technically, these are extra AP. I'm not sure if that matters because they're -2 normally.
I made because I didn't rotate my ion shields, but I probably should have.
Had you wanted to?
I forgot. Well, what's the AP on them?
They're normally -2.
Then yeah.
So you would have rotated ion shields?
No, they're -2.
These are -2. 6s become -3. So because normally you get a 5.
I probably would have rotated if it's -2 anyways.
Well, you also have more shooting possibly coming against them?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that's 1 command point?
It's 1, yeah.
So you have a 4-up invuln against it?
Yep.
So 4-up invuln. So we got 3 of them. I'm just going to roll all these damages together. I know because we're re-rolling, but I'll just re-roll the ones that are natural 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, the re-roll only got me 1 extra, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Okay, doing some good damage.
Okay, and then I have a little bit more shooting. I got the Barbed Hero Duel, who will fire next. Give me 2 seconds to think of a target. The Barbed Hero Duel, I'm going to keep shooting this guy. This is a bit of an uncomfortable charge. Looks like it looks like I'm in 11, so that's a 10-inch charge with a +1 thanks to the twist.
So you have to show 9?
Yeah, and I could re-roll that, but I don't want to count on that to finish him off, and so I don't want to spread out the damage. In the Hive card, we'll be able to shoot at him again if this doesn't do it. So the Barbed Hero Duel fire, and I think I will spend the 2 command points on, I think it's called Pathogenic Slime, or maybe it's Voracious Ammunition. Either way, it's the +1 damage, so he's damage 3 instead of damage 2. So he's 12 shots, 2s to hit because I gave him the Synaptic Link. So 2 of them miss.
Yeah, perfectly average.
Yeah, that's perfectly average so far, and then we're looking at 4s to wound once again.
So there should be 5 of them here.
Yeah, we'll see. You are right. Look at you.
I'm a witch.
Now, how do you divide that into 4-up saves?
Well, I failed 3 out of 5 last time, so I'm going to pass 3 out of 5 this time.
Oh, okay, yeah, do that.
Ba-bam!
Oh, no, Josh, you failed 3 out of 5 again. That's 9 damage.
Slightly less than average here.
Bringing you down to 8. Don't lose the game because of bad dice rolls. Lose the game because I'm the superior player. Well, let's see if this guy can do some wounds. He's going to fire 2 of his Stranglethorn cannons into the same knight.
Okay. Now, how many shots?
They're d6 each. Blast. The blast part doesn't matter because you're a single model. Hitting on 4s, and these will be wounding on 5, strength 7. It's basically auto cannons. Strength 7 minus 1, 2. That's it. End of the shooting phase, I will spend 2 command points to have the Hive Guard shoot again because they are infantry. Same target, same number of shots, same buffs and everything. So again, 3s to hit, re-rolling. 6s are 2 hits. Let's see if I can do better than last time. Ugh. Well, I got a 6 in there, and I got a re-roll, so maybe this will look better. It does! That's going to be 12 out of 10 hits.
Woo!
The dice will eventually favor you, Josh. 4 to wound. See? Brought it back to 5. No matter how much, I do 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you're 4 up in both, so you don't care about the 3 6s.
Okay.
Hey, that's almost brought you back to average.
And so I can't die off of that, right?
You can't, no.
Yeah.
Wait, you thinking of a reroll?
More shooting or no?
Nope, that'll be all my shooting. So d3 damage each, and then, like I said, I'll reroll the 1s and the 2s. So I can reroll the damage. Only 3 damage. So you're down to 5.
Okay.
So they did...
Is that all you got?
They did 8 damage in total, and they spent, like... 5 command points to do it. I don't know if that's worth it. See, I wasn't sure if Hive Guard were the right
You're kind of
answer.
doing like the Alpha Strike turn 1. This is a weird, in this match, yes. I think most of the time, no, but...
Oh, no, and not, yeah, against other Imperial, against non-Imperial Knights, those Hive Guard are dirty. Like, I avoid bringing them because of just how good they can be. Although, I guess if you have to play up against, like, Tau or Custodes or something like that.
I was going to say, would you bring against the Custodes?
I would, but not to be, like, it's all about the list balancing, right? Like, you don't want to bring something that's too high or too low from your player. So against things that are strongly Custodes and Tau, yeah, I would totally bring them. But you have to be careful against other players. You don't want to ruin their day. People will bring 2 units of 6. That's fine for tournaments. Like, do whatever you want to try to win. That's all my shooting.
You want to declare some charges?
Yeah, well, I'm going to start with the side hero duel.
Okay.
Because if he can make this charge, then Adema Charon can go after something else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'll do. And I'll use the 1 command point stratagem just to straight up mortal wound him to death, will be the idea.
Okay.
So,
that trends.
Yeah, well, it can do up to 6 mortal wounds. I'd roll 18 dice.
Did we say it was a 9-inch charge you needed to make?
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to double check. Yeah, it's a 10-inch charge with a +1. You ready, Josh?
You're showing 9. Well, that's a 4.
I'm going to throw a command point at it. Oh, so close. Okay, that's a waste of command point. Oh, Joshua, this feels like a waste.
Met you.
Well, because I didn't get the extra D3 attacks on him, see, if I had the extra D3 attacks, it would be 6 plus D3, then I could do the mortal wound thing on the way in. Because you're like 24 wounds on this guy, right?
Yeah.
So I would do 5 or 6 mortal wounds to him right away, and then I'd have 6 plus D3 attacks that do D3 plus 3 damage. And I could pop the 1 command point stratagem to be +1 hit, wound, and damage. So, I just want to one-shot a knight with them. But that'll be too greedy. This is where I'm gonna make a mistake. No matter what I choose, either I'm gonna go there and be like, that was overkill, my whole army just to kill 1 knight. Because he's pretty crippled right now, right?
He is.
Is he in his lowest bracket?
5 wounds, I believe he is. Yeah, I think it's at 6 they crippled.
Okay, and you have no way to have him fight at full bracket.
Not a full bracket, no.
Yeah, but do you have any way to give him +1 to hit?
Being charged, charging, or heroically intervening.
So everything.
Yeah.
So that'll make up for his -1 to hit gauntlet, right?
Paragon Gauntlet's not -1.
Right. So you'll probably be hitting me on 4s anyways and doing a crap ton of damage. But then I can always spend a command point to fight after I die. 2 command points to fight after I die and kill you back anyways. This is a hard choice, Josh. I don't want to screw this up. Can I just see the future? Can I just like do them both and then like choose afterwards which one I want to have happened? Like snap that to this
There's
reality?
a lot of stress for bringing like a low tier tournament list.
I know, right? But the funny thing is, I need to roll a 4, so I need to roll a 3, and somehow I'm going to roll a double 1 and fail that charge.
All the kids are going to laugh at you.
Yeah. Screw it. I'm going to see how much damage I can do to a full knight with a somewhat souped up Demacharon. You ready?
I'll overwatch it.
Oh, right. That is a thing.
All right, 3 shots on the rocket pod. Success! Dang it. Let's do the battle cannon.
It's 2d6 shots?
Yeah. Come on, beards. Ooh, okay, I got 1 hit. Wound you on a 3, I believe.
What strength?
8.
So yes. Okay.
Huzzah!
4 up invulnerable save. Nope. What's the damage?
D3, I think.
It'll be -1. So it becomes 2, which, hold on, we're not done yet. 5 up ignoring, thanks to Catalyst. There, 1 damage.
So far, so good.
Proud of yourself?
Yep. And then I got the stubbers. Rat-tat-tat. I got a hit.
6 is to wound?
Doesn't wound.
Okay, so down to 17 wounds. And anything but a double 1.
All right, double 1 charge.
Which, by the way, I cannot reroll, because I already used my reroll on the other one. So, I don't know why this is making me so nervous. Oh, I just better. Thank you, Twist. Thank you, Twist. So that's a 4-inch charge, which I'm in, all right? I want to make... okay, you know what?
Don't scratch my model.
Is it your model?
Yeah, this is my model.
I can't remember, because we have the other Imperial Knight army.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if this one was it or not.
No,
fine, I won't scratch your model then.
Thank you. All right, charge is made.
I'm going to pop a command point and do Breaking Through. This is the Crusher Stampede one, where I roll a number of dice equal to my current wounds, which is 17. And because my strength is lower than your toughness, I'll do mortal wounds on 5s.
Gotcha.
But it's maximum of 6. I only got 4.
I'll take that.
That's a pretty bad roll. So 4 mortal wounds. Oh, I don't like spending this many command points, but I'm going to try out the one that I haven't really used. It's called Thunderous Impact. It's use it in the fight phase once I pile in, so I'm done. Okay, I've piled in. And essentially, it's only against a monster vehicle with an engagement range. I will get a +1 to hit, +1 to wound, and +1 to the damage roll. Now, because he actually makes rolls, it'll matter. Because it actually says damage roll, not damage. So if you have flat damage, I guess it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't help. So we'll see if we can one-shot the 20 wounds that are left.
Should be able to.
Yeah, because we're going to be re-rolling hits, and now we'll be wounding on 3s instead of 4s. I don't know, that makes me nervous. What I could do is I could do the re-roll wounds one, but then I'll be down to 1 command point, and I won't be able to fight when I die.
True.
And I know he's going to die, so I'd like to be able to fight when I die.
I don't know. You've taken out a good amount of my potential.
I know. Well, you're not going to bait it out of me. Nice try. Because this 2 command points could be useful other places too. Like, you can only wound me on 4s. Anyways, so I'm just going to roll some dice. Okay, I only got 6 attacks, so they did not get the aggressive surge off, which would have been plus D3. 2s to hit re-rolling, so this part should be a piece of cake, right? The 6s don't do anything special. Okay, good. 3s to wound instead of 4s because I have +1 to the wound roll. And then you only have a 6-up save against these.
It's true.
Okay, I'm not using the command point to reroll, so you've got 4 wounds at D3 plus 4 damage each.
All right. Show me the beards. Dang it.
Okay, so...
Didn't work.
Okay, I think that kills you.
I think it does.
It's minimum 5 damage each.
Yeah.
You're dead. What? Yeah, you're dead.
See if I blow up.
Yeah, hold on, I'm going to roll it. So that, you're dead. Yeah, obviously.
I don't. Well, let's do the 2CP Valiant Last Stand.
So you get to fight at the lowest bracket.
Right.
But this can still do a lot of damage. Now, I am tempted to throw Unbreakable Chitin at you so you can only wound me on 4s, but I'm going to try to rely on my 4-up invuln, -1 damage, 5-up ignoring wounds.
You should be fine. I'm hitting you on 4s.
You don't realize how terrified I am of your army, even though you're down a knight and almost another one.
Yeah. It's going to be
I'm probably going to look at it afterwards and be like, oh man, that was overkill. But until then...
Ready for it?
I'm ready. So what are you hitting on?
Should be 4s.
So your lowest bracket is...
Lowest bracket is 5s, but you charge me.
Right. So you got +1 to hit. Go ahead.
Bam!
So half. Look at you being statistical.
Okay.
Strength.
I think this is 14.
Oh. Well, hold on. No, shoot. It's too late now. All right, go ahead. I'm going to rely on my saves. 2s to wound. Okay. All right.
I'll CP reroll that. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, sure. If you kill him, it feels fair. So these are how much damage each?
It's only 6.
Okay, that can still really cripple him. So we're looking at 4-up invulns.
Okay.
I'm assuming it has at least 1 AP.
Yeah, there's AP in this. I think it's 3.
Oh, golly.
Wow.
Oh, now you're just going to make me feel bad, Josh.
Wow.
You're going to make me feel bad.
You were so excited for this, too.
I still am.
Bump. Alrighty. So, we got a little bit of an uphill battle here.
Yeah.
Command phase, I get a command point.
So you're back up to 6.
Bingo. Did I spend that many?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, you only started with 10, remember?
Yeah, but I spent 5.
You overwatched, you re-rolled, you turned on your ion shields, and you fought when you died.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now, the goal here, because scoring points for units killed, as well as objectives held.
Yes.
The problem is you hold 3, and I can't really do much about that. Sorry, you currently hold 4.
And my models count as how many wounds they have. They're not objective secured, though, except for the warriors.
Yep. So it's going to be very difficult to go do anything about that. So the goal right now is I need to try to kill 2 things to keep the points even. Seen a couple different options here, but we're going to start off by moving up these armatures. And there we go. The lads have moved on up. Time to bring up that poor gallant. There we go. Let's try to get a little bit of revenge. Over here, this is kind of the sticky icky one because you have me blocked in. So I'm just going to move in such a way that I'm not going to damage our models, but it's going to be a guaranteed charge.
Yeah, we'll assume that you're within the 2 inches to guarantee that charge.
Whoa. Oh, there you go. You look fantastic. Hey, completing the move with the Moiraxes moving up. So nice, simple, quick movement phase. Little known fact, a little behind the scenes knowledge, it actually took Matt more than 2 hours to do his first movement phase.
That's not true. That's not true. Don't lie to the viewers.
All right, psychic. Done. Shooting. We're going to put the Melt-A-Gun into the... this is the Scythe tier duel, right?
That is correct. And just for everybody to know, I only have 2 command points, so I'm not going to be using the -1 strength stratagem. As much as I'd like to, it's not where it's the best value.
Okay, let's see if I can hit you. 5. Oh, I hit you. What's the toughness? 8?
8. 4 is to wound.
It wounds.
Oh, look at you.
Huzzah. 5 up invuln save.
Always. Always, Josh.
I wish my guys had a 5 up invuln save all the time. Why
Don't you always have
why
a 5
are
up
you the way you are?
invuln?
Shooting.
Always at shooting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Close combat's the place that I need it.
Yeah.
Well, that's already not great.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's go over here. Thermal Lance. And Melta probably won't be in range. All right, let's throw the Melta, because it is in range. Yeah, it hits. It does not wound. I'm not going to CP reroll that. Thermal Lance.
How many shots?
D3 for 1. Uh-oh. Oh, I missed anyways.
Oh, no. Josh. No. What are you doing? I'm already...
You know, if I lose this really bad, you just look like more of a monster.
I know.
So maybe that's how I technically
Come on.
win.
Fight back already.
Let's go... Yeah, he'll put the Thermal Lance over there, and I think the Melta, if it has range, is going to try to go into the Barbed.
Hero duel.
3s with the Thermal Lance. It missed.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, no, that was the Melta there. Now the Thermal Lance. D3 shots.
Okay, that's better, I guess.
It's 2. That's
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. Ooh. Ooh.
You just decided you're all out, right? If you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose hard.
Yep. Let's go, Big Flamer. Shooting into the Dimakaran.
This is a 2 damage flamer normally.
3.
So down to 2. Okay.
Yeah. How many shots?
9 auto hits.
And these are going to be 4s to wound you. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. That's 6 at -2, so you should be on your invuln, I assume.
I might 4 up invuln in this case because he's still souped up. So 4 up invuln. 4 of them got through, and that'll be normally 3 damage apiece, but they're down to 2. So that's 8 damage, which I ignore on 5s. So 7 of those go through, bringing me to 10 wounds. Ouch.
Okay, not terrible. The heavy bolters. That twin heavy bolter. 3s.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And 5s.
That's 2 of them at -1.
4 up invuln. 1 damage apiece instead of 2, so 5 to ignore. Ignored.
Okay. So you need to make sure he dies, but I don't think I'm going to kill him before I charge him. You know what? More Rex here. Let's see if I can just go for broke. Rat-tat into him.
Well, and if you kill him right now, then he can't fight back, right?
Yeah. All right, these are going to be 3s to hit you. 6s count as 2 hits, though. Or sorry, 2 extra hits.
2 extra hits.
2 extra hits. It's yes. And these are going to wound you on 5s, though. Not as many as I'd like to see. Only 3.
And there's an AP to these?
It's AP2, I believe.
So 4 up invuln. 1 damage each.
Yes, sir.
5 to ignore, so I take 1 damage.
Down to 9.
Down to 9.
Okay, might as well fire the other guy into you. See if he can't chip away a little bit. Hitting you on 3s.
6s are 3 hits.
And once again, looking for 5s. He's got a 3.
3 of them. So again, so 4 up invuln. Ooh, 5 up ignoring. So 2 more go through, bringing me down to 7.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, if I had another knight on the board, that would have been no problem.
Piece of cake.
I had considered bringing one of the Warglaives back here to try to help. But, I mean, obviously they rolled pretty bad, but it could have been useful. We're right over to charges. Do you have any Overwatch craziness that I should know
No,
about?
but I just remembered I forgot to fire my side Theodule. Because I doubt he would have killed it.
That's a shame.
Because it's just basically a long range double flamer.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's really okay.
Okay, so he does have some Overwatch capability.
I'm not going to. I've only got 2 command points.
Charge.
You can stop trying to eat my 1 command point and leave me not able to fight back. I know what you're doing, Josh.
Yeah, fighting for my life. Charge over here. Boop. He's in.
Hey, look at that. You got +1 as well because of the twist.
I think I got +1 because I'm Imperial Knights anyways.
So you got +2.
I don't think they let you stack the bonuses with Knights because that'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
What do you mean? Why won't they let you?
Let's go for it here. Swinging into you. Seeing if I can't get some damage on you. I mean, if I don't kill you, this is just GG. You got, what, 7 wounds left?
You should be able to kill me, but the question is how much damage do I do back to you?
Yeah. All right, 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Oh, bad start.
Already rough.
Got 6 command points right
Spend
now.
the CP there. Okay, so that turns it into a hit. And then there should be 2s to wound you.
Strength 14.
At least. I think it might be 16.
Oh, Josh.
No.
Oh, I gotta fail both of these.
Okay. A 4 pinball.
4 pinbones. I failed 1, so it's normally how much damage?
This is normally 6.
So down to 5, which I then ignore in 5s. So I take 3 wounds, which will bring me to my worst bracket, down to 4.
Ooh. Opting not to interrupt, so let's get ready for the swings over here.
Yeah, it's I don't know. If I interrupt, yeah, you know what? 2 command points to interrupt as opposed to 2 command points to fight when I die. I guess it makes more sense to interrupt. Yeah, I'll interrupt.
Okay.
Side Theodule, use my last 2 command points, and interrupt. Well, I've got 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So 5 hits so far, 5 hits. And wounding on 4s, this is the key part. 2 wounds with a 6-up save against those, unless you've got a better save than a 3-up.
I do not.
Okay.
Beards.
Oh, look at
Whatever,
you!
it's fine.
Why there? Why
He
there?
doesn't even care.
Yeah, can't fight on death now. Not that it matters, because that's the same result.
All right.
But why there?
Well, I don't know why there.
I don't know. It just seems like a weird playstyle.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to hit you with the Paragon Gauntlet.
Okay, kill me.
5 attacks, hit you on 3s.
Oh, no.
It's nothing but
No.
1s and 2s.
What's going on?
I'm so disappointed.
I'm so confused.
That actually was going to give me a chance.
Yeah, what's the strength of your weapon?
Like 16.
So 2's to wound.
Dang.
Toughness 8.
It does wound.
Okay,
You get your invuln save.
5 up invuln. Oh, come on! What the heck? What the heck?
Wah wah.
What?
See, I had no illusions of winning this.
No, but you could have
I wanted
done
to-
something cool.
Kill something.
Can you imagine if you don't kill it?
Yeah, I can imagine because it just happened, Matthew.
I mean, like, in the entire game. Okay, well, Dean McCarran will fight back.
Okay, before you roll,
Yeah?
Strike and Shield is going to hopefully help me a little bit.
What's that going to do?
You're big. You are -1 attacks,
Okay.
and you are -1 to hit.
So, okay, yeah, -1 hits work. So I'll be 5 attacks instead of 6. How many command points was that?
No, that's his Warlord trait.
Oh, okay. So I'm bracketed down to my worst one, which is a 5+. So I'm hitting on 6s, but I'm re-rolling. So we're looking for 6s. We got 1 so far.
Not bad.
2, but that's one right there, and then I had 1 less attack as well. So 2 hits, strength to 8, so 4 is to wound.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Jeez.
-3, D3 plus 3.
Okay. He's got Sanctuary for the 5 up invuln in close combat.
Nope.
Nope, that didn't help.
So 3 plus D3 each, so it'll be 6 plus 2D3. 6, 10. 10 damage.
Okay.
Just like that. I also have a Scything Tail attack that I didn't use last time because I straight up killed him. And by the way, the Thorax Spine Mob ability this guy has, it works against your strength, so it can't possibly
Gotcha.
Because you have to roll plus your strength, and you have to get less than my strength of 7.
You can't pull him out of the cockpit.
No, I don't get to yank him out and stick him in there. Like, I got a 5-up invuln for or 5-up Feel No Pain for the rest of the game. So one attack with the tail. You said it's -1, right? So that misses, and I don't think this one rerolls. No. Nope. Nope.
Well,
Out.
dang.
Yeah.
That was, I can't believe he had so much potential over there.
So I got 2 victory points.
Yeah, you're getting 2 victory points out of that.
Because I have more objectives than you.
You do, because this one still counts as
He still counts
many
as
much.
18.
And I only
you
count as 10.
10.
Yeah.
And so I win that one because you're not objective secured. You control, well, you don't even control this one.
Yeah,
you
nowhere
control
close.
1. And I control, well, technically 4. So
Yes.
so 1 point there, and I killed 1 model, and you killed 0.
I killed 0.
I will try to end this swiftly in my turn 2. Okay, so my turn 2. I'll try
Do you worse, nerd!
I'll try to make it my final turn. I don't know if I'll be able to table you this turn, but I can do a lot of damage. So my command phase, I'm going to hand out the reroll hits to the Hive Guard again, because I'm still within 9 inches. And then we're going to get the +1 to hit. We're going to bounce that onto the Barbed Hierodule, and we'll bounce back through the Synaptic Link to the Hive Guard. The 6s to wound do +1 AP, and they get to reroll damage.
Gotcha.
And that is all of my command phase shenanigans. Okay, pretty simple plan. My Harpy is going to fly over here, moving 31 inches. I'll stick them kind of right in there. Because Beacon's never tired. I can fire the Flamer in close combat, right? Because it's not a blast.
Yeah, it's not a blaster.
Yeah,
Go.
okay, so there's a chance it'll kill it. So I'm going to actually move this guy.
Stop scratching my model.
I'm trying. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to put him there, all right?
There you go.
Fail a charge because you don't like me scratching your models. Well, then so be it.
You can't fail that charge.
No, I mean if I go that way, because he might Flamer him to death. We'll see. We'll see. And then the Flying Hive Tyrant is going to jump. I've already measured this. He could just fit just to here. And then, but the only problem with that, no, okay, you know what? I'm going to actually jump him to here. Just outside of the 1 inch. That way I can put the Swarm Lord within 6 inches of him and make him double move. So the Swarm Lord will just move up to there. I'm trying to be merciful. And the Barbed Hierodule will just move up his +1 to move. And he'll get to there. And then I think, yeah, because they'll still be in Synapse, so I don't have to worry about targeting the nearest thing if I care. And that's my movement. Let's go to Psychic. Start with Catalyst from the Maleceptor. Do you know what? I'll just take the 1 because he gets +1. So
yeah, he's going to get it anyways,
he can't fail it, and he can't peril. He'll throw that onto the Flying Hive Tyrant, so he's got a 5-up ignoring wounds. And then I'll do a Smite. He gets a +1 of this, so it's a 4, and he fails. I'm not going to reroll that, obviously. The Swarm Lord is going to do Smite as well on a 6. He makes it, does D3 mortal wounds to your Knight right there, doing 2 mortal wounds.
Okay,
brings him down to
to
3. We're still using a D20. And he's going to do the Horror. And he gets it. That's a model within 24 inches. No, he's out. So it's -1 to hit in leadership.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't think there's any point putting it on him. So I'll put it on this Armiger. And somehow it survives. And then my Flying Hive Tyrant will do the 4-up invuln 1, which he fails, and the +D3 mortal wounds 1, which he also, or D3 attacks 1,
yes,
which he fails. So that was pretty lackluster.
So far, so good.
So embarrassing when it doesn't matter. Let's go to shooting. Shooting phase, I'm going to spray the bioacid spray all over the Gallant. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beep.
That's the beep.
It's going to be 8 automatic hits.
Ooh.
That's pretty low.
Ooh.
Strength 6, so 5s to wound. It could kill you. That's 5 of them at -2.
Okay.
Could be dead
I'll
here.
5 up. Does this kill him?
It does.
I got a 5 up.
No, he's only has 3
Oh, he's got
wounds left.
3 wounds left?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
he's
good
dead.
call. Oh, yeah, because you did 2 damage earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Mortal wounded.
Let's see if he blows up. He doesn't. All right, I'm going to spend 2 command points to Valiant Last Stand.
And fight back.
Yep. I'll do my best.
Surely this will do something, right?
5 attacks on 4s now.
Yeah, because you don't get the +1 to hit, right?
Correct. It's only if I charge, heroically intervene, or am charged.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a bad roll.
Dude. 2s to wound at least, right?
Yeah.
5-up pinball. Oh, goodness. I saw the 6. It wouldn't even finish, and I just figured it had done.
This isn't even worth the $40 you promised me.
A Swarm Lord will tell the Hive Tyrant to move again. So we go another 17 inches to here. Take care of this flank. Just trying to finish it off, Josh, for your sake. And then we got a bit more shooting.
Fun.
Yeah, you're having fun. This is fun.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
So I still have... Oh, I don't know if the Hive Guard are in range of anything anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, there. Never mind.
Okay.
Not all of them. So that looks like 3 of them. Definitely not in range anywhere. No. 4 of them that way. Okay, hold on. Is it right at your base?
No. You're like an inch and a half over.
Like, okay, now is it at your base?
No, let me look.
So these 3 can fire that way, and these 3 can fire that way, but these 2 can't fire anything. So this one is going to fire at that armature right there, and then the other 3 will fire at this armature right here.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Let's fire the 3 at this one first. I'm not going to do the stratagem that 6s explode. I just don't feel like it, and I don't know if I have enough command points. I do get to reroll though, hitting on 3s. So we got 5 hits. I'm assuming they're toughness 7?
T7, yeah.
So 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds at -2.
We're looking for a 5-up.
So D3 damage each. I get to reroll. That's good. So that's 5 damage.
Again. He is down to 7.
And then the 2 in the other direction hitting on 3s, rerolling. So we got 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 1 wound at -2, D3 damage.
And that's over onto the Warglaive there.
Yeah, the 1 Warglaive, yeah.
5s.
D3 damage, so 3 damage on him.
Well, fine then.
The
Bring
Bard
him down to 9.
Hero Duel is the last one to fire, but he's just going to fire at the one right in front of him. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put 1 cannon into this guy and 1 cannon into this guy.
Okay.
So 1 gun into each.
Which one are we doing first?
The one that's injured. So we're hitting him on 2s because we're +1 to hit, thanks to the Synaptic Link. So we got 5 hits, wounding on 3s. This could kill you. No, it's not going to kill you. 2 wounds at -2, 2.
So he's going to give me a 5-up save.
So 1 gets through for 2 damage, so you're down to 7. And then the 6 straightforward. This one I'm less worried about because I'm just going to charge you, maybe finish you off that way. 2s to hit, 3s to... And of course it does better. It's not going to kill you because it can only do 10 damage.
So it's a grand total of 5 wounding hits, looking for 5-ups.
So 6 damage. So he's down to 6. And then he'll charge. Boom! Oh, sorry, did you want to Overwatch?
No, that's okay.
Okay, I made it.
Look at you go. You feel like a big man now, Matthew?
Oh yeah, look at me go. I am superbly superior.
You want to give me the signature look of superiority?
I don't know, man. What is that supposed to look like? The Scythe Hero Duel is going to charge there. I'm within 11, so I need a 10-inch charge, but I get a +1, so I need a 9. Ah, he made it. Seems excessive, but sure.
Alrighty.
All right, and then the Harpy will do a charge against him as well. It'll have to roll pretty high to get on the other side. Ah, no, that's not going to be good enough, and I ain't re-rolling that.
Good.
I will double charge both of these in the Overwatch.
You know what? Might as well throw Overwatch, sure. 6s!
And 6s still do 3 hits on Overwatch?
Yep. There's only 3 hits, though.
Yep. And then what's it normally have to roll?
Your T6 or 7?
T7.
T7, so 5s. So there's 1.
Normally 4s? What's the strength?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm strength 6.
Strength 6 of 5s, because he's -1 to
Yeah,
wound. So
but
you
still
didn't
just
roll
the
any
1/6.
So you got the 1 through, I'll have a 4 up invuln, and then a 5 up ignoring. Nope. So he takes that wound.
Oh, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah. And then we'll charge. We made it with the +1. Let me just double check actually for both of them. All right, we'll charge on in. And these are toughness 7, right?
These guys are T7, yeah.
But I'm only strength 6 base, even though my murderous size gives me strength 7. I'm just thinking about the 1. I have 1 command point, so I can always use it the stratagem to try to throw some mortal wounds on you. Because I want to be ultra efficient.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Coward.
I'll do it on the one that's already damaged.
Yep.
And so I get to roll 11 dice because that's how many wounds I have left. And because my strength is less than your toughness, it's on 5. It's maximum 6. Well, 4 mortal wounds, bringing him down to 3. That means only 1 attack has to get through now. We'll start in the fight phase with this Scythe Hero Duel. It's going to pile in this way and then fight. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling once. So that's 5 hits.
Embarrassing.
Strength 10, so 3s to wound. We got 4 wounds I'll double check everything, but I'm pretty sure they're -3, D3 +3.
Puts me to a 6-up. Nope.
Why don't you reroll that one? Oh, no, you take it? Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if you were going to take it as a 3. You said nope, so...
It's more that because it's D3 +3.
Oh, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't have to roll it.
You silly goose.
Do you blow up? Hey, you do. What's the mortal wounds on this one?
I think it's D3 in a radius.
Of what? 6 or 3? So that does not hit the barbed duel. So D3 to this guy.
To my knight, I do 3.
Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Sure
He's dead anyways.
Scythe hero duel? 2, and then the harpy. 3. Well, that's something. And then I will consolidate onto this guy. Because why not, right? Did you want to interrupt? You got 3 command points?
No.
Okay, well then I will go with the next thing that's important to me, which would be the barbed hero duel. So he's essentially the same as the scythe hero duel, except he's only got 4 attacks.
Okay.
Instead of the 6. So, but he's going to be hitting on 2s because he's got the +1 to hit. Doesn't matter. That's 4 hits, winning on 3s. 2 wounds, you fail a 6-up and you're dead.
Bump.
Look at that. Did you blow up? Or do you want to reroll it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Do you blow up?
No.
Not
Poor
like
little
his
fella.
little brother.
Poor little fella.
And then I will consolidate forward, I suppose.
Flyrant.
Flying Hive Tyrant has D3 extra attacks thanks to his Warlord trait. I did not get the psychic power off, so he's got 2 extra attacks. So it gives me 6 attacks in total plus my tail. So I'm going to put the tail as well as 2 attacks into him, and then 4 attacks into him. I do have murderous size, which brings me up in my strength, AP, and damage. So we'll start with a 2 into this guy. So we're hitting on 2s, re-rolling. And then their strength 7 instead of 6, so we're wounding on 4s.
Indeed.
Not re-rolling. Oh, I don't have any command points to re-roll, so I'll do the tail after. So let's do the 4 attacks into the other guy. 2s re-rolling, and then 4s. So 3 wounds at -4.
Yeah, so no save.
And they're 4 damage apiece.
Yeah, so he's dead.
Exactly.
Perfectly
right?
dead.
Perfectly.
You ready?
Does he blow up?
Bam.
No, my die betrayed you. But I have a tail. Let's see if I finish him off. 1 attack from the tail, 2s to hit. Strength 6, so 5s to wound. No, he has no AP, D3 damage, so I could kill him.
Wah, wah.
That's all my chargers, so you get to choose who fights next.
Well, I guess we're fighting here.
Feel the pain. No feel of pain, and only a 5 have been involved now.
4 attacks on 3s. Okay.
And then 2s.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, 5 up invulns, and these are 6 damage apiece?
I think there's 6 damage.
You should be able to kill me.
Hypothetically.
Only one of these gets through, you win. Or, not you win, you kill him. Yeah, you killed him.
Huzzah.
And I don't have the command points to fight back. I do lash out, possibly. Of course I do. Now I gotta look it up. It's just D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds bringing you down to 14. But you killed the Divikaran!
Huzzah.
This rampage is over.
Oh. Just, bump.
Hey!
Consolidate a little bit.
And then you can fight back over here.
Yeah. 4s to hit. Yeah, I got a hit. Strength 6, but you're -1.
-1, so 6 is to wound. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right.
Done.
Okay, well, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Imperial Knight's turn 2. Well, that's where my one model that's going to move is.
You're at 4 command points now.
And now I'm ending right there.
And now shooting.
Yes. Let's fire the giant flamer at the flying bird monster.
So you can kill another model.
Yep. How many auto hits? 8. That's a good start. This is going to wound you on 3s. Okay. Okay. We got 6 of them there.
5 up invuln. 5 get through. So it's 5 wounds, 1 wound each, right?
They're 2 damage. Well, they're 3 damage down to 2.
Oh, then he died.
Yeah, I know.
That does 10.
Yeah. Take that, flying bird monster.
Throws? Does he have death throws? No.
Cool.
He just falls to the ground.
Huzzah! Hitting on 6s. But there are a bunch of extra hits if I get them.
Hey, that's 9 hits.
Okay. So see, we're going to kill you. How many wounds you got left?
I got 11.
11, okay.
Yeah. And there's -1 to wound.
Yeah, so strength 6.
So that'll be 6s to wound then.
Bam, no problem. Take 1.
4 up invuln. I'll reroll that. And a 5 up to ignore it. Hey, I took a wound.
Oh, take that.
Yeah.
10 more turns of this and you're dead.
He doesn't stand a chance.
Over here, I shall charge the Swarm Lord.
Oh, bring it. He's ready for this. And hey, if you kill him, it actually would look like...
Bam!
No, that's not in. That's 7 inches.
Nope.
Do you want to reroll?
So he goes 8, but yeah, that's not enough. I don't know what it is. I gotta, yeah. Sure.
Oh, you got
of course
plus,
I'm gonna reroll.
You get +2 to this? No, I thought they don't stack.
They don't stack, so I get +1 to this.
That's garbage. They should stack.
They should. But that would be too powerful.
No, now it's a twist. Like if it's like it doesn't stack with some built-in.
Oh, yeah, he's not making it in.
Okay, well then I'm gonna fight over here with my.
But here, watch this.
What?
I'm gonna just cheat.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna move in anyways.
Oh, okay. You want to have a spectacle?
Yep.
You know what? I can't possibly say no to that.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I made the charge!
You did it!
Yeah!
How did you do that?
Oh, it's so weird. 4 attacks sitting on 2s. Look at me go. I still missed twice. I'm gonna command point reroll one of these.
Why not, right?
Yeah!
And then strength?
It's like 16 or something.
2s.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 again. There's 2 of them there.
Well, I've got a 3-up involvement in close combat with the Swarm Lord. Yeah, okay. Well,
Cool.
that was neat.
All right, GG.
What? You don't just get to charge in and say GG.
Sure do.
No, you're like, go over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just take my D3 extra attacks, which gives me 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling, and wounding on 4s. Yeah, this is a little excessive, isn't it? So that's 8 more damage.
I tried to warn you.
That's 8 more damage.
Tried to warn you.
That's 8 more damage. He didn't blow up.
Very good.
Okay, you can GG now unless you want to see what my Swarm Lord does to your other guy.
No.
No?
No, he didn't make the charge. It's okay.
Oh, this is still an interesting
He didn't do any
fight.
damage.
Yeah, I would have just shot him to death, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, well, oof. Let's get ready for the postgame. Before you watch that post-game show, don't forget we got more Warhammer 40k at the link below in the MiniWarGaming vault. It's going to be House Mortan taking on House Azathoth. Oh, I did it! I said it right! Sweet! So, Imperial Knights versus Chaos Knights. Now, if you're not a vault member, you can still check out the link below. Get yourself a 7-day free trial to watch that battle report and everything else we have in the vault. Pretty much everything we do in Paris. It's twice as much content for you. Check it out and enjoy the post-game show.
So yay, I got my my revenge. Seems a little excessive.
Do you know how bad it's going to be when the Knights get a book?
You're just gonna want.
And I'm like, hey, remember that one time?
Well, that.
Remember that one time?
One time.
You can't get away from these games now.
No. It's funny though because. When I asked Ascari, I'm like, I need something to beat Knights. And he's like, oh, I can give you like this really good tournament list. And he showed it to me and I looked at it and I'm like, that actually doesn't look really good. But now that I see it play, of course it does. Now, there are some caveats here I should point out.
Yes.
First off, I got first turn. If Josh had got first turn, he should have been able to kill something like the Demacaron. And yeah, I could fight when I died and maybe kill something in return.
You have a lot of defensive tech though.
I know, but between all your shooting of your armigers and the other guys, and then a charge, surely you would have killed one. And even just killing one, that can spiral over the course of the game. Now, at the same time, it'd mean you would closer to me, and then I'd have access to my Hive Tyrant sooner. And he's actually, like, he's deceiving, because he's like this little guy, but he's just nasty in how strong he is as he goes around. So yeah, I don't think I would have lost if you went first. I'm just saying that me going first and then your horrible dice rolls for the first turn.
That was awful.
It kind of just like, it made this become this. So it's like, I got first turn, you rolled bad. And so it made it look worse than it actually was, but I'm not trying to deny the fact that now that I've played it, it was definitely a hard game for you. The only thing I can think of is if you brought more shooting Imperial Knight list, but then you wouldn't be able to hold the objectives because you'd just be staying back.
I'd be curious to see if House Raven did any better.
Yeah, because the ones that always terrified me were like the big, what's the one called?
The Castellan?
The Castellan, yes.
Right.
That's the one with all the guns, right?
Right.
Yeah, because that thing could just peel apart, even with the -1 damage.
Or the Raven one's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So I'm actually curious. I don't want to try it because I don't want to repeat this. And the Tyranid Crusher Stampede built like this, especially, I don't know how well it does in GT because I don't play GT. I've not seen a lot of things that can do actions.
Right.
So your secondaries would have to be very well picked. But the Hive Guard are dirty. Not in this matchup, but just watching what they can do. They are dirty. Just like, you need to take a shower afterwards. Dirty. Like, holy cow.
And this Flying Hive Tyrant, like, you didn't really get to see just how awesome he is. Like, he's -1 to wound at all times from a relic. He's got 2 Warlord traits, one which gives him D3 more attacks, and the other one which lets him hand out that reroll hit. So at the first and second turn, he's giving the Hive Guard reroll as a hit, and then he jumps forward 16 inches normally, and then the Swarm Lord can throw him another 16, and then he's just in your face. And he's a 4-up invuln. You throw Catalyst on him. He throws Aggressive Surge on himself and gives himself another D3 attacks. So because he only has 4 attacks base, but with the Adaptive Physiology to give him +1 strength, AP, and damage, and then you give him 2 D3 extra attacks, like that's a force multiplier big time.
Definitely, yeah.
That on average doubles his attacks. And when you think about that, each of them is strength 7 -4, 4 damage. The strength 7 is a little weak, but then you can throw in things like that. If it's against monsters and vehicles, I have 1 command point to make it +1 to hit and wound. That doesn't seem worth it for him because it won't affect his damage, and he's already hitting on 2s. So maybe I wouldn't care about that.
Well, I think to counter if I have any sort of mitigation, right?
Yeah, that's true if you had any minuses. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all worked out. I don't necessarily want to do it just because I don't like, once I discover like if what feels like a dirty, powerful list, and I say dirty, I'm not saying that tournament players shouldn't be doing this stuff. Like tournaments are just, that's their own thing. That's a number crunching scene, and I fully submit that you can leave lore, you can leave fluff, you can leave any of that behind because tournaments are where the numbers are at. That's where you do the number crunching. You see how can I break the game or at least like push it to its limits to make something super powerful. But like in games like in our battle reports, which are less tournament oriented. Typically, yeah. Unless with the 2 players just really, really want to do that. I tend to stay away from things that I've discovered to be really good. Sometimes that can bite me in the butt, and I swing too far to the opposite side, and then I get my butt kicked. But overall, I feel it works in my favor of making the games more interesting. So yeah, the unkillable Flying Hive Tyrant, Swarm Lord combo with the Scythe Hero Duel, the Macaron. The tournament list for this, so in case you're interested, you want to do it, is basically what you saw, except instead of the Barbed Hero Duel, it's a second Scythe Hero Duel.
Okay, so instead of him,
you have another one.
2 of them?
Yeah.
Because it's 40 points cheaper?
40 points cheaper, but that's not the only reason. The Scythe Hero Duel is just better in close combat, and he's faster. So, and the shooting of the Barbed Hero Duel, I just don't think is that impressive. He's 12 shots, strength 8 -2, 2. You can spend 2 command points to make that 3 damage, but you have the Hive Guard on the other hand, which have a slightly...
Well, it's the out of line of sight shooting is the important
part. It's the out of
part.
line of sight. They can be given the thing to reroll hits. They can use the 2 command point stratagem to shoot a second time because they're infantry. They're firing out of line of sight. They're ignoring cover. And they're strength 8 -2 D3 damage. You throw the Maleceptor Synaptic Link on them, and they're rerolling the damage. And 6s to wound. Do AP3 instead of AP2. To me, that just overall has much more utility than the Barbed Hero Duel. Now, the Barbed Hero Duel has the huge advantage of being way more tough and survivable. He's an 18 wound monster, which means he can spend that command point stratagem to roll 18 dice, and usually on 3s do mortal wounds, maximum 6. So he's good. So I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying the tournament list had a second Scythe Hero Duel, and then what it also did, with those extra 40 points, there was one other change. What was it? There's a second unit of warriors with a Synaptic Link of +1 to hit, and there's a Mucilid Spore. But I'm trying to remember how that all would fit.
Yeah, that's not 40 points.
But that's what it was. Hold on, let me quickly check because I still have the text from Scurry. I just realized I'm actually 54 points down. This is 1946 because I forgot to put the Mucilid Spore in, which I don't think would affect this game at all. Because the Mucilid Spores, I think you'd probably deep strike it to like zone out certain areas, or just you leave it at the back to stop people from deep striking in. Yeah, so I actually have 54 points to spare. And so the unit of warriors with the Synaptic Link is 66 points. So I remember what happened. I was like, when I dropped the Synaptic Link, I'm like, well, they don't really serve any function now. So I just removed them with the intent of adding something else in, and then I forgot. And so, but it was only like a 50-point deficit. Yeah, so there's a single Mucilid Spore, but I feel like that's just because they had the 30 points left over, and it's like a why not kind of thing. And then a second unit of warriors. So it's basically this list: Scythe Hero Duel instead of Barbed Hero Duel, second unit of warriors with the Synaptic Link to hand out the +1 to hit. I'm not sure exactly where they use that, because it's not just the list, it's how you use it, right? Like you saw me do some of the tricks, like the Hive Guard getting their double shoots with all that other stuff. The 6 is exploding. That's the Leviathan strat that when you roll 6 to hit, it becomes 2 hits. So the Hive Guard just becomes, and once you put that strat on them, it's good till the end of the phase. So it multiplies with everything, right? It's a force multiplier. And so that is the list. But and then of course the Malice, and you have a lot of utility. You're going to burn your command points in 2 turns for sure, because the Maliceptor has a 2 command point strategy to give a bubble of -1 strength. So I think it's all about being able to react to different situations. The Swarm Lord lets you double move something every turn, so you can kind of pick a spot, shoot a Demacaron or Scythe Hierodule forward, or heck, even your unkillable Flying Hive turn. Although I have a funny feeling they probably keep him back for the first couple turns to give the rerolls to the Hive Guard.
Yeah.
And like I did. Basically, I moved him up, kept him at the 9 inches, and then slingshot and take out some stuff. And he'll be good at taking out your medium targets because he's strength 7 with his murderous size. But you should see the list of stuff that he has. He has like 2 warlord traits, a relic. He's got the adaptive physiology. He's got 2. You give him 2 of the psychic powers, and it's just like his list of rules is this long, and so it's pretty crazy. And the psychic powers are another big part too. Where you put your catalyst, where you put your aggressive surge, where you put your 4-up invuln. Assuming you make all of these, of course. It's all about souping up something, sending it forward. It'll die. You spend 2 command points. Gets to fight when it dies. At full bracket, by the way.
The full bracket is crazy.
It's nuts. And they can do it even if they've already fought. That's the big thing.
Do you get to check to see if you death throws first or no?
It doesn't say anything about that. So I don't, because death throws is different than explode.
Okay.
You have to remember that they're not going all over everything. They're going, ah! So you kind of, even lore-wise, say that they
I was just curious if it was written that way, because that's what the Knight one is.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I'll tell you right now because I have it up. All right. Yeah, so Death Surge, you use it in the fight phase when a Crusher Stampede monster model, excluding characters. That's important, because there is another one. There's a 2 command point one from the regular Tyranid book that lets characters do it, but they fight at the lowest bracket.
Gotcha.
Do not remove that model from play. It can fight after the attacking unit has finished making attacks. And that's it. When doing so, that Crusher Stampede model is considered to have its full wounds remaining for the purposes of determining what characteristics on its profile to use. After resolving the destroyed model's attacks, it is then removed. So you could make the argument that maybe it doesn't even get to roll its death throws because it is then removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's instead of, because with that wording.
I'm sure it's floating around somewhere. I was just curious.
Yeah, but it definitely doesn't say anything about it, but there might be like some sort of kind of written rule in there. And you didn't even see me use the one stratagem that makes you only hurt me on force, because I just ran out of command points, to be honest, so it didn't really necessarily, and everything's like 2 command points. And you're already starting down a couple command points because I spent the command point to be able to put an adaptive physiology on, because you can only do that if you don't have a warlord trait. And then a command point on the Hive Tyrant having a second warlord trait. So anyway, enough about me. What did you think about me?
It was an interesting experiment to see if there's an old book that needs an update, if it could take on a really solid
mine's an old book too.
Any joking aside, I think it goes to show that, the Tyranids being an old book, but the Crusher Stampede update is pretty solid.
It's solid is not the right word. It feels almost silly, to be honest.
Now,
it's just too blanket to just make everything, and because it creates so many in my mind, unintended consequences.
Okay.
It's just like, all monsters are -1 damage. It's like, did you think that through? Exactly what that means. Because now, like, that's the Hierophant all the way down to the Carnifex have -1 damage. Like, that's a big difference. The Carnifex having -1 damage,
right,
in some situations, doesn't matter. If you're hitting them with, like, strength 6 weapons, right, or just a lot of something. Whereas the Hierophant having -1 damage, and if you're up against an army with lots of little attacks, meaning like strength or damage 2 and damage 3, that's like, it's like doubling his wounds essentially. So I know it's all situational, but it creates all sorts of interesting moments. I think I think it was an easy guess to assume that this would probably be a bad matchup, but I'm really curious to see match play Crusher Stampede against like a solid Custodians list on what would happen. You mean like a GT?
Yeah, like one of the GT missions, or even like I don't.
The problem is I wouldn't be the right person to try that because I'm not well practiced in GT.
Neither am I.
I play like I know, but I just mean like I feel like if one of us makes enough mistakes about how you would actually do it in GT, like GT is one of those formats where you need to hone the skills to really do well. And I recognize that, and I understand that.
Well, because we talked about secondaries. Picking secondaries would be.
It's picking secondaries. It's also knowing what.
Do you get your own
actions to take.
secondaries with Crusher Stampede or no?
No, but I have some of my own. Oh, wait, no, I don't have any of my own Tyranids. I don't think they ever gave me any. So I'm just stuck with the rulebook ones, which are usually pretty poo for the Tyranids. But that's not true. They're all the new stuff too. But then once again, I'm the wrong person to talk to about this because I just do narrative campaigns, narrative games, and open play. Sorry, open war, not open play.
Yes.
What, you pointing at this? This isn't GT, man. Oh, we
say
played
it
an
was
open
GT.
war.
I know. I know
just
this
like
was
a
an
move
open war
forward and
mission.
like we pretended there was a scenario, but in the end, it's like this. I just want to kill him. Honestly, if the scenario was anything else, I would have been like, "Don't care.
Yeah.
You can win. I just want to kill you," and I'll be like satisfied. I'm like, "Yes, my Tyranids can kill his knights."
There was a little glimmer of hope when I'm like, okay, cool. I might actually be able to kill 2 of his big monsters, and if I can, I might be able to start to rumble up the board a bit. And
And then you whiffed. Everything.
so bad.
That didn't help. That was this moment I was talking about, right? Like
Yep.
I went first, and then you whiffed everything turn 1, like everything. It was horrible.
That was rough.
Yeah. In the end, you killed the Demakaran and a Harpy, and that's it. Because my Swarm Lord would have struck back, and then I could have literally just. I know that you didn't make that charge, but
Right. Yeah.
he would have struck back, done some damage. I don't think he'd kill you.
I was down to
14.
14, yeah.
Yeah, I doubt he'd kill you. But he could knock a few of those off, and then I would just fall back and
Yep.
heck, even just smiting them to death. Not with a Swarm Lord, of course, but I got the Hive Tyrant who would fly back.
Right. You had more than enough.
I got Side Hero Duel, Flying Hive Tyrant, Barbed Hero Duel, and then I would smite, shoot, and he'd probably be dead from that. And so, there was nothing else you were going to do, which is why you're just like, I don't want to watch this last model go down for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it would take me 15 minutes to do it. But yeah, there you go. The Crusher Stampede, with the right list, can pummel Imperial Knights. Now I can add this to the list of armies that beat the Imperial Knights, which is pretty much all the armies now, right? So, what matchup do you feel bad bringing Imperial Knights to?
Imperial Knights too? Not really. They're kind of meh list. I think the only feel bad is if people aren't familiar with them, and you decide to be a poo head and not explain to them how they work.
Right, and also I killed you in close combat, and you're like, I get to fight
it doesn't
when I
matter.
die.
You just get to fight,
and
yeah.
then you're dead too. And they're like, oh, that was a really important thing that I invested in it. I remember that because we played Imperial Knights versus Chaos Knights.
But to be fair, that time I
you-
explained to you what was going to happen.
I know. No, you weren't being a poo.
No, I know.
You weren't being a poo head. No, you charged in, killed a guy, and then I charged in and killed him, and then he fought when he died and killed me. So I lost 2 of my knights to one of your knights.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh, and the Chaos Knights don't have the fight when they die thing. And the Imperial Knights don't always have it either. You have to do the Questoris ones, right?
Right.
Nothing.
Which means you miss out on the stratagem that you can just be top bracket for.
Right. Yeah. But I still think it's better than the top bracket one. So
Top bracket one could be nice. It depends on how you build your list.
I guess if you're a shooting one, then the mechanical one's better. If you're a close combat one, then most likely the Questoris is going to be better. Still, I know this was kind of a silly game, but sometimes it's fine. And now I owe Josh one, so he can stomp on me in some other game, and that's okay, I guess.
Oh, you'll do something fun like Cult versus Custodes.
No.
They're both new books.
The funny thing is, though,
You probably would do fine. And that's the thing is I'm teasing you, but you probably would do fine.
I haven't played enough of the Cult to really nail them down, though.
I played 3 games of Custodes.
Oh, come on, man. Custodes are a move. Let's just say it as it is, all right? The Chiefs of the Cults, I have to do 5 things right to have one thing happen that you can just do by shooting your Hurricane Bolters. And it's just I have to think hard. It hurts my head. I love the idea of the Chiefs of the Cults, but boy, did they take the complexity of 40K to the next level.
Definitely so.
40K, and 40K is already complicated enough. Even just coming back to this army that I've played a million times, I'm like, okay, what are my 75 stratagems? Now, not 75, but Crusher Stampede alone adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new stratagems. 7 stratagems. Think about Age of Sigmar, how many command abilities your army has. Not 7.
No.
And my Crusher Stampede adds 7.
7 ones that are unique unto itself. It's not like they're generic ones like a lot of the AOS ones are.
No, of course, but I'm talking about when you play your Fire Slayers in Age of Sigmar, how many command abilities you have to learn when you're playing your Fire Slayers?
Not many.
Whatever's on your heroes, right?
I'm trying to think if there is any on them, and I don't think there is.
No, because in the 3rd edition, they've moved them more to the generic ones, leaving your command points, so that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just that, right? It's it's a lot to remember. And so then you take Genes to the Cults, where it's not just all of that, but it's like, and then make sure you execute your plan perfectly, because they're pretty squishy otherwise. And so for the most part, I might be oversimplifying, of course. I'm not trying to take away from Custodes players. I'm more just trying to add on the complexity of the Genes to the Cult stuff. And so it makes me want to learn it, but when I'm only kind of flitting between things, like, oh, okay, I'm going to play some Age of Sigmar, and I'm going to do a narrative campaign. And it's like, okay, I'm going to play 40k today. I'm not just going to quickly pick up the Genes to the Cults anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas before I would. Because it's just like, yeah, I just do my cult ambush, and if it wins, it wins. It doesn't, it doesn't. But now it's just like, I got to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and now I do this. Did it work? And then I watch my opponent go, and I shoot my gun.
Yeah.
And it does this, and it's like,
Yeah. All right, I'm going to spin a command point and turn off your rerolls.
yeah, that was particularly brutal. That's not a good matchup. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like if I were to be somebody who wanted to play 40k over and over and over again and get really good at it, I would probably choose Genes to the Cults, because it would be that intricate. I think it'd be very rewarding to do them well, and it would take a very good player that you're playing against to even know what the heck you can do. And I think though that kind of it's not so much gotchas as it is more like dirty tricks. And it's like, because you can't explain all the gotchas, right? You can't just be like, oh, by the way, if you move up there, then I can put a crossfire token on them with this guy, move up these guys over there, pop the stratagem, have these guys show up 6 inches away, and then do this one charge and get +1 to hit and wound. And it's just like, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, did your entire plan kind of as a gotcha? Like, how do you do that, right? Whereas, simpler things like, oh, don't forget I have Tanglefoot grenades. So if you appear here, I'm just going to boom, you're going to have a hard charge. Or don't forget that, this thing's loaded with flamers, so I can overwatch you and do this, or something like that, right? Don't forget that I can -2 attacks, or these are simple things, right? So it'd be kind of rewarding to look like you're losing and then be able to just kind of pull these things out. So it would be very satisfying if I had the time to focus on just that one thing. But that's okay. I just get to have fun playing all sorts of different games all the time. So I'm not complaining, just more stating the fact. Anyways, that's all I got to say. You good?
I'm good, my man.
All right.
Well, viewers,
Thanks
for watching. Hopefully you had some fun. Keep being awesome, and as always, happy wargaming.